Okay? Go.
Be advised, the opinions and views of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
You are what you watch.
Hello, my name is Harrison Walco and welcome to our program. Now, last week we had the sauna. And, well, what did we hear in the sauna? Basically, we wanted to hear the promises of where we're going in the future. What we heard, well, you already know. In this program, what I'd like to do is not necessarily discuss politics, but the issues that create the politics. I remember when President Clinton in America came up and did his State of the Nation address, and he walked up and he said, the State of the Nation is good. And everybody started clapping. And then the second part was, it's all about the economy, stupid. Now, that's exactly where I want to go, the economy. And looking forward, what I wanted to do was to present to you one of the many things I do, one of the many hats I wear, and that's basically Superbrands. Superbrands is an award-giving body that's international. We're in 88 countries worldwide. Now, what do we do with it? We bring in specific companies that actually work within the Superbrands criteria. When we invite them on, then they become part of the Superbrands program worldwide. Now, you think about this. There's 25,000 new brands that enter the market almost every year. Can you imagine how many brands you have to choose from every time you're confronted with a purchase? So consumer preference, well, equals Superbrands. In this case, I'd like to bring in one of our Superbrand awardees who has been in the market leading in the industry of basically socks. Yes, socks, but not limited to socks. It's opening up to other products from underwear to T-shirts and many other products that they have launched. This brand you very well know, and the title of the brand is Burlington. Burlington socks. And best, who else to represent Burlington socks but the general manager himself, Rudy Tan. Hi, Rudy.
Hi, hello.
Yeah, thanks. You put time out. Alam ko, ayaw mo lumabas sa TV. Hindi ka naman entertainment inclined. No, but Rudy, I asked you to come to the studio because it'd be nice to hear exactly what Burlington is, being a wholly owned Filipino company. Tsaka we manufacture everything here,
yes,
diba?
Yes,
and the volume that you are now manufacturing and in the market is already quite significant. Tell us a brief history lang. Kailan ba nag-umpisa yung Burlington?
Well, we were incorporated way back 1967.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, we had a very humble beginning wherein we started.
Pag sinabi mo humble, talagang konti lang production nyo?
Konti lang. Our president, Mr. Pitan, started with the operation. Actually, it was we would call it a backyard industry, wherein we had...
Physical, mano-mano ang paggagawa?
Yeah, way back then,
Walang machinery pa yan,
mechanical machine that only produces, how many?
Konti lang.
Yeah, actually, 2,000 for 8 hours of running.
2,000? Ilang tao involved yan?
Well, 2 machines would be 2 persons.
Oh my God.
So, it was really very slow and very mechanical.
But konti lang naman ang, we only had what, maybe 50 million Filipinos then, di ba, miski pa pa. Tsaka, I think in the industry then, puro imported, no, ang kalaban natin, ano?
Well,
what was the industry like in the late 60s?
Late 60s, I think Philippines had very big factories of mechanical for
Marami.
Also. Yeah.
Hoisery ang tawag dyan.
Yes.
Pag sinabi mo socks ba, limited to socks? T-shirt, same na rin yan?
No. Hoisery is only socks. More
Socks.
of regular socks and stockings.
Stockings.
Lady
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 stocking
uso pa
socks.
yun eh, di ba? 60s.
Oh, actually.
The girls were all wearing, at the office, were all wearing stockings. So
Ngayon, hindi na. Nawala na.
now,
Naiba na.
yeah,
Nawala na. Naiba na.
it's
So,
changing. Yeah, it's changing.
since 1967, after the startup of Burlington, you just kept looking for new technology.
Yeah, slowly we were increasing our operation or production, and in the end, maybe in the middle of 80s, that's when we modernized our machineries. I think during that time also, the computerized machine were introduced into the industry.
Pag sinabi mo computerized, wala ng tao. O ano na, computed...
No, meaning
product.
instead before, if you're making a design or pattern, it has to be done mechanically. So you have to cut the pattern, the design. Now,
physical, no?
yes.
Physical.
Now you can put patterns using the computer to make the pattern instead of making it through mechanical.
So you've had to reinvest and reinvent yourself by bringing in new technology, new machines, computerized. So it's a whole new game from the when it started.
Yes, really. It's different, very different.
Why did you choose? You know, you're one of the companies. I'm very impressed. You're right in the heart of Makati. ang ganda naman yung factory niyo. Ang lapit niyo sa distribution sa lahat. Paano niyo nahanap yun? Ano? Ang ganda ng location niyo, ladies and gentlemen. This is right there in Yacal, behind. It's Bagtikan Street, to be exact.
Bakawan.
Bakawan Street. And really, beside them, puro mga industry din kayo lahat doon eh. Paano niyo nahanap yun? Ano?
Well, when we started, we were just renting the area, and gradually we get to buy the property. But maybe we grew up there. And
Doon na talaga
maybe for us,
nag-umpisa.
it was a lucky area.
Doon na talaga kayo nag-umpisa. So, swerte na nandoon kayo.
Well,
Why, Rudy, why Burlington? Bakit ang galing ng Burlington compared to the other local stocks? Because I noticed in the department stores, well, you have a very aggressive marketing campaign. Magandang distribution, you're all in the SM outlets, so you're made basically. Tsaka ang lalaki ng mga ano nyo, displays nyo, no? Malalaking design. Why Burlington? Why not the others?
Well, ever since we've been focused on quality, so we really look at each pair of socks to see that it's properly done, and we will have customers' satisfaction. So maybe that's where we get differentiated from seeing, let's say, there's a lot of different socks. A socks is a socks, but once you get to wear our product, we hope that, or we would want the consumer
May loyalty.
to be happy with what he bought.
What is your competition now with imports? Hindi ka ba nahihirapan? For example, Chinese products coming in, American products, branded products.
Well, we cannot control all this coming in of competitions coming in. No? But again, we'd like to say that we have to fix our own, no? Making sure that our quality has a better value, the price is more affordable.
Is Burlington more affordable, acceptable as
Yes.
far as the foreign brands? Paano yung
Definitely.
there's this notion of Chinese wear coming in from mainland China because they have bigger factories, less labor issues, di ba? And there's really no longer any trade barriers. Wala nang tax eh. Nakakapasok sila and they actually compete with our industry. Kaya natin labanan yon as Burlington. Hindi kayo nahihirapan.
Well, sad to say, what's available in the market now, if you consider the China product, most of them are cheap, but
Oo nga. Malaking difference.
yeah,
Pag suot
no
mo, butas na.
value.
Pag hugas mo, wala na, butas na.
So in the end, they've tried the cheaper version, but they go back to, they want better quality.
So Burlington has stuck to its quality first before going down in price.
Yes.
Inuna nyo muna yun. That's why you're still in the market.
Right,
Di
right,
ba?
right.
How about the foreign products? Yung mga foreign brands that have been there long ago, Bali, Gucci, you know, the big brands that come from all over the world. Oh, gawa na rin China yung mga yun.
But I think these big brands are not really into pushing the socks product. They're more into
Other
other
products.
product line. It's not their main product.
Buti na lang.
Number one.
But you've also bought a lot of brands. I know I saw in your store, You own a lot of these brands from abroad, right? You bought them already.
No, those are locally registered brands.
They're registered.
For Philippine market.
For Philippine market, but they still sell it under those brands.
Yes.
But you are manufacturing just
Yes,
as well.
yes.
So, but the prices are competitive or they're much higher because of the brand title.
It's a company policy that we give a right price for the product. So it's not really priced that much.
It's okay. Hindi ka na, ano. Okay, let me ask you, where is Burlington going? Where do you see it? You've grown from a backyard industry in less than 40 years.
More than 40 years.
More than 40 years. You've grown the brand. You've stuck to the name. You are very careful with your branding, concept, title, image, all through the years. You've been in the forefront of technology in the making of socks. And I know you've expanded to other products. You make T-shirts now, correct? And you introduced that BioFresh. Naiiba na. Ano, hindi lang cotton, pero actually humihinga.
BioFresh?
BioFresh. Tell us about BioFresh.
Well, BioFresh, it's a treatment, another treatment to kill or it's an antimicrobial solution.
Microbial.
Yes. So currently, the sad thing with socks is it's worn in the feet and inside the shoe. No? So it
Bumabaho.
creates the bad odor.
The bad odor.
So with the treatment, it eliminates the bad odor. It kills the bacteria.
Are you the only one with that technology in the country right now?
Currently-
You're the only one I see that says BioFresh.
Yeah. Currently for socks, yes.
For socks, it's the only one.
Yeah.
But this treatment, this technology can actually expand to other products like shirts, underwear?
Yes, yes, yes.
Will you be in the forefront of that technology as well?
Well, because of the demand. Well, actually, they tried the product, the socks, and in the end, they're saying, would this treatment be available for undergarments?
Yeah, because
and
there's a wide
undershirts?
acceptance for the socks
Yes,
pagdating sa
yes,
BioFresh.
yes.
Kaya nga,
Right.
nangunguna kayo eh.
That's why we're trying to introduce this new product. I mean, it's not a new product, but the value of antimicrobial for a basic undershirt and underwear item.
Oh, because it takes out the smell, the odor, the perspiration that it has to absorb.
Yes, yes.
Itong technology, ano ito? Philippine? US?
It's a US.
US technology. It's in the
done
material.
by-
It's what? It's a process.
It's a process.
It's a process.
yeah.
Because I know cotton has a lot to do with the material to allow the skin to breathe, correct?
Yes, yes.
In the old days, there was a lot of synthetics being used. Now, it's very strong cotton. Mas lalo na, we're going in a green system. Di ba? We're progressing in that direction. Where do you think Burlington is going in the next 10 years, 15 years under your leadership?
Well, we'll still want to modernize our operation.
How can you
increase-
Computerized ka na nga. Tsaka yung mga machines mo, high speed yan eh.
Yeah, but we
Tsaka
don't know.
very little
because,
human, ano na eh.
Yeah, but the technology is very fast currently. The changes is very fast, so we want to be part of that also. So up to now, we're still modernizing our equipment. So we're trying to use what is currently the best operation to improve the quality and to make a better pair of socks for all the Filipinos.
We have China in the consumer trade manufacturing business that has competed as the factory of the world. And we can't compete with them when it comes to price simply because the labor cost is much lower. And the quality is lower. Now, of course, we can see there's change in China. There's a revolution of increasing the quality of the products coming out there. Do you fear that that's going to hurt our industry? Because they can import directly here.
Yeah.
But you can also export directly there.
It's inevitable. Really, everywhere.
You're not
quality-
scared. Parang okay lang sa'yo. Handa ka.
Well, we have to prepare ourselves also. We have to compete in terms of productivity, efficiency, lower costs, and then better quality. That's all part of preparing for the future.
You don't believe that some businessmen, they hate the gap, di ba? They hate the free trade.
Yeah.
Gusto nila protectionism eh.
Yeah.
Protect our industry kasi gaya niya, pagdating sa pagkain, pag naubusan tayong pagkain, ayaw na nila tayo bigyan, patay na tayo. So, you're agreeable with that fair competition. Laban tayo lahat,
it's,
basta fair.
Yeah,
okay lang sa'yo, go forward.
Yeah.
Because that's how you improve your product.
That's true, that's true.
Sabagay, if you're going to expand your product line, how about, sino kalaban natin in China? Hindi na. You all over. Pag sa socks, sa industry natin.
The #1 producer of socks is still in China. But again,
China pa
they're
rin,
moving towards Pakistan and other countries because of the lower cost, again, of labor and electricity. So in the end,
So really,
It's
those
not-
are the 2 points, no?
Yes.
Labor, electricity. Politics, hindi naman, ano? Basta wag lang maggera. Or stop production,
Yeah,
di ba?
yeah, yeah.
But electricity, you are heavy user of electricity kasi because of the high-speed machines.
because of the motors and
Yeah, the motors. Tsaka these are special machines that
automation.
automation, and they go high speed
Yes.
to get a certain quality. Mahal ang kuryente natin, di ba? Ang hirap mag-compete because of that.
Well, we have to put in cost savings like inverters.
Mahal din ang investment ng inverters. But it's
then-
the way to go.
Yes. We
Well,
have to invest in that to cut down the costs.
and to go abroad, for example, to move to China, how come Burlington, you didn't think of that? Hindi mo sinabi, punta tayo doon.
Well, it's our direction of our president also to support the Philippines or give work to our countrymen. And then, again, to provide good products for our own use, for Philippine use.
So, in a way, Burlington also believes in the nationalism of providing labor here in the
Yes,
Philippines
yes.
and making it our own.
Yes.
But you had that opportunity, should you have wanted to. Kasi marami tayong kilala na umurong na sa Vietnam,
yeah,
umurong na
yeah.
sa ano, kasi mura, tsaka walang sakit ng ulo.
Yeah.
Pero in the end, talo din sila. Do you think, oh, they're doing good, yung mga nag-abroad?
Well, I'm not really sure, but I believe they have their own targets, no?
Kanya-kanya.
Or maybe the priority is reducing their costing. So,
Kanya-kanyang
Yeah,
business model.
business strategy.
But at least, I admire that Burlington is in the Philippines. You're employing Filipinos.
Yes.
You are maintaining a brand name that's totally local. Ladies and gentlemen, we call that the Superbrands Philippines Choice. But really, more than anything else, you've had the opportunity to relocate, but you did not and stayed here and compete with the imports now that they're all free. And it doesn't seem to worry you. This is what I'd like the viewers to see. Nakikita nila, it can be done, di ba? And we can compete with all these products. In the markets lang, siyempre pricing pa rin ang labanan, ano? Price
Yes,
sensitivity.
yes, price.
The game is still price. What comes first? Quality or price?
for us, it's quality. Quality.
So, lalaban ka, miski mas mahal ka, basta ang kwalidad mataas.
Yes, yes.
Eh, yung consumer, anong base mo sa consumer? Do you think
Well-
they're more price-oriented or quality na? Natututo?
Well, they would prefer both, quality at the lower
Hindi naman
price.
pwede yun eh. Hindi naman pwede.
But then,
Champagne taste, beer budget.
in the end, they know which one to buy because they have tried cheaper quality and they've tried ours. So I think in the end, they know that it's not really cheaper to buy a low-cost socks.
Because in the end,
It's the
May repeat
the
purchase kasi.
wearability is not that good or that long also.
so ganun din yun, doble ring gastos
Doble,
mo.
yes,
And then in the end, sakit din ang ulo.
Yes.
Parang ganun. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason we have featured brands in this show is simply because it's the economics that create what you call the political points of views, the sensitivities in communities and countries that make it survive. In this specific case, products and brands that have remained Filipino, that employ Filipino talent, upgrade that talent through education and experience and continuing education with a brand that is totally Filipino and where you can stand up high and say, hey, we compete and we do and deliver the best. Rudy, we're going to have to end the show. We're on top of the hour. Let's see. A quick message to our viewers for those who don't understand exactly or have any consumer preference, they go out there and buy. A quick message to our viewers.
Well, we want to give our best value to each of the consumers, and we really take a lot of effort to give you a good and a good value socks. No? So in the end,
Buy Superbrands.
buy Superbrand. Yes.
That's Burlington. No, but Rudy, thank you so much. Alam mo, the real heroes in the country are those who stick it out here manage and direct the country in its right perspective, because the combination of all the parts is what makes this country. And you are the backbone, the industry is the backbone in keeping this country. Ladies and gentlemen, there you are. You've got Burlington. Need you ask for more? We're going to take a short break. Stay with us. When we come back, we're going to go into information technology, and as the saying goes, it's computing in the cloud, so allow me to blow you away. We'll be right back. Hello, my name is Harrison Watson. Welcome to the second part of our program. At this point, what we're going to do is we're going to move forward. As for many of you who already know, the future of this country is actually dependent on e-governance, or what we call e-commerce, so that there is proper, data transfer information at our fingertips. Like very much of the rest of the world, we have to go into what we call the new technology of IT, the information technology that provides us with a lot of information and linking and interactivity among the very, tentacles in government. What we're going to do now is we have from ECOPY, a subsidiary of Sharp Philippines. They don't do just business machines, but they're going to present to us information technology futures, or what we call things we need to know on how to do, let's say, business management tools solutions. And like the topic will connote, cloud computing. If you know what it is and what it's all about, with us we have the head of the IT division of ECOPY. We have Eymart Albia. Hi, Eymart.
Hi, Harry.
Thanks for being here, and I know you're all ready with your PowerPoint presentation. Tell us about cloud computing.
Yeah. First of all, thanks for having me here.
You're
Harry.
very welcome, Eymart. Anything the audience will learn and be educated from is what it's all about.
Yeah. So I know, as you've mentioned, cloud computing is the latest buzzword in the IT industry. It's also the latest technology trends, and I'm sure a lot of probably our viewers have heard of it, or have saw some definitions of cloud computing over the internet.
Hindi pag-asa yan, ha?
Hindi.
Hindi pag-asa yan. Sige, go ahead.
But it's related sa clouds. So,
I'm just joking.
yeah. So, I'll try to give you a definition of cloud computing on a business perspective. And of course, how it relates to information technology as well.
All right.
So, but before I do that, before I discuss cloud computing, let me take a few steps back.
Go ahead.
And discuss the traditional information technology implementation. So this is how we deploy it, how systems used to be deployed in the past, and actually currently this is how systems are deployed. Well, first, computing tasks are made possible by installing software applications on a user's computer. Say, for example, you'd like to have an accounting software, an accounting solution. You install that piece of software on the user's computer, the end user's computer. So to illustrate that, so there's a user PC, and you install the software there. Now, the organization or the users buy licenses from a software vendor and obtain the rights to install the application in their computer. So meaning, the more users, so the more software licenses you'll need to purchase.
Nagmamahal kasi
Nagmamahal,
yan ang
yes.
driver.
Yes.
Yung software, number one, you have to buy genuine. Pag hindi mo bibili ni genuine, piracy yan.
Correct,
Diba?
correct.
Sige, go ahead.
Yeah, so,
Saka mahal yan, ha? Mas mahal minsan yan kesa dito sa PC, eh.
yes, that's correct.
Sige,
that's
go
correct.
ahead, go ahead.
So, habang dumadaming users natin, we buy more software. Then, not only that, the company needs to train and maintain staff to support this new software or this new piece of technology which they have just implemented.
Siyempre, new machine, eh.
Yeah. Then, with the development of local area networks, or what we call the LAN, it changed a bit, the landscape on how we deploy systems. The client-server model enabled server computers. So these are the large PCs, the large computers which has larger computing power and larger storage space. So these server computers could be used to host software applications for a large work group. For example, the example we had earlier, we had 4 user PCs and each of the users purchased a license.
Kanya-kanyang lisensya,
Yes.
software. Oh.
Yes.
Padami ng padami, laki ng doble gastos parate.
Yeah. If you deploy it using a local area network, so you install that piece of software on the server. So you buy a license for the server. Then that server will be able to serve the needs of the PCs. So, but then again, other software also require you to buy software not only for the server, pero do sa end user PCs as well.
Dito rin linalagyan din.
Yes.
Maski pa paano.
Yes, there are some software which require that as well.
Yan ang traditional.
This is the traditional way. So users will need to buy server computers apart from their PCs. And of course, licenses also. Now, for example, your business grows. With the growth of your business, users will grow as well, and data will grow as well. So this will result in increased demands for computing power and storage space. So what does it mean? If more users will mean more user PCs, and then more software will need to be deployed. Users will need to buy more server computers to, so that you'll be able to
Palaki ng palaki kasi ang
data,
requirement.
yes, and increase data storage. So you
Gaya
need to
nito,
buy.
kailangan mas malaki ngayon to.
Yes, so bibili ka ng isa pa o dalawa pang server.
Dalawa pang server.
Yeah,
Di palaki din palaki ang
storage
gastos mo
space.
rin. Sige.
Correct.
Naku, yan. Tatlo na.
Tatlo na sila.
Para dito. Sige.
And of course, more software licenses kasi you have more servers. And then your company will need to augment your staff. More staff to support the increased infrastructure. So as your business grows, your infrastructure will grow as well, and your investment in information technology will grow with it. So all of these are capital expenses. So
Palaki ng palaki ng palaki.
yung investment natin on software and hardware as well. Now, how does cloud computing compare to this traditional way of IT implementation? First, let me talk a bit about the cloud and a very basic definition. It's a model for enabling on-demand access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources. These computing resources may be servers, storage, applications, software, and services. All the items you saw earlier.
Yes,
so
yes.
these are all the IT resources which you need to increase. And highlighted there are the words on demand in a shared pool. Later, I'll probably give you a more detailed description of that. Another definition is cloud computing is a way. This is a more inclined to a business definition. It's a way to increase computing power, capacity, and capabilities on the fly, without the need to invest for new infrastructure, training new personnel, or licensing new
So habang
software.
lumalaki ka, sa cloud computing, hindi ka kailangan lumaki pa.
Yes.
Because the capacity is indefinite
Yes.
to a certain extent.
Yes, and just to mention yung on the fly, as you need more computing power, so you just invest on, immediately you can get more storage and more computing power.
You need only advise your server for the cloud.
Yes.
Your subscription, so to speak.
Correct.
Yes, okay.
Lastly, cloud computing encompasses any subscription-based or pay-per-use service that in real time over the internet extends IT's existing capabilities. So again, it's real time and over the internet. Cloud computing is a service delivered to you over the internet, and just to mention, a pay-per-use service. So you can treat this as your utilities. If you pay for utilities, it's a monthly payment or a monthly subscription. So you can treat cloud computing the same thing, the same way.
As you use it only.
Yes.
Kung gusto mo.
To illustrate further, so here's a diagram of a cloud. In information technology, when IT guys see this diagram, it means only one thing. It means the internet. So internet meaning these services are offered via the internet, which is via the cloud. That's the term cloud computing. So what's in it in the cloud, in the internet? So a cloud service provider will invest in the following things in their cloud infrastructure: database storage, computing power or servers, and lastly, software applications. These are just some of the services which can be offered over the cloud. If you see this cloud diagram, everything inside the cloud infrastructure is an investment of your cloud service provider and not the end user, not the client.
You pay only for this service on a subscription.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes. So organizations and companies will only need to pay for the services which they use. For example, I only need 1 terabyte of hard disk space.
Okay.
Instead of paying for an entire server, entire large server for storage space, you only pay for that, and you get that service over the cloud. So there are 3 things which I would like to highlight on cloud services. There are 3 key services. So there are a lot actually, but if I mention only 3. The first is the storage as a service, wherein you subscribe to storage.
I can
over
just
the cloud.
imagine already while you're explaining all of this, how government requires this because of the amount of, when they service the people, the amount of storage they require because of the voluminous news, print and paper that they use, that they put copy on, di ba?
Yes.
From record division, my gosh, Congress,
Yeah.
legislation, even the executive, di ba? Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah. So computing power as well. So you need not buy, kanina, our diagram in the traditional IT implementation, you buy more servers as you need
Kasi
them.
power,
Yes.
is driven.
Here, it's only what you need. You just buy a portion of that computing
As
power.
required.
Yeah, not the entire server. And lastly, software applications. So I'm sure you're familiar with Google Mail, Gmail.
Gmail.
If you're a Gmail user, you never bought a software, right? You never bought an email software.
You just use Gmail.
Yeah.
Sa kanila yung software.
And even the server, yung storage space, di ba?
Sa kanila rin yan.
So you never
Palaki ng palaki pero kayang-kaya.
Yes. You never bought a server.
Correct.
So pero you use the email service.
Yes.
So it's what we call the software as a service model for cloud computing. And if you notice, the software as a service has all the elements of these: the storage, the computing power, and the network. So it's, if I may say, it's the highest level of cloud service which you have there. So again, this is what's available with your cloud service provider. Then you, as the end user, you may access, you may avail of these services through any device which has an internet connection. So a PC can access via a laptop, a tablet,
Grabe.
your phone, and this might surprise you, a Sharp multifunction portal. By the way, just a brief background, ECOPY is the exclusive distributor of Sharp multifunction portals. Those are the network-capable scanner, printer, and copier in one. And now it's also cloud-capable. So you can make that MFP access the cloud. Later, I'll show you an example.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me interrupt here very quickly. The difference here, let's put the camera back again on this. Itong machine nito, this is what, the reason why I asked Eymart to come and make a presentation here on TV. You see, you scan through here and you throw it up. But you see, when you get just a regular scanner, it just sees a document as a whole. Ito na yung iba nito, it can identify words, keywords inside your scanned material. So for example, I can only imagine the library, the Philippine library, all libraries for that matter, that you can actually identify. It goes up there, and then this guy here or this here just identifies it. I want to know about so and so and so and so. And nakukuha niya yung information. He doesn't have to buy the software, nakatakot-takot, na paiba-iba, depending on the requirement of what is being uploaded.
Yeah.
Diba? Correct? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's correct. So that's possible through the Sharp MFP, and we have software applications. One of the software as a service which we provide over the cloud, which enables you to manage your documents.
Right.
So it's a software and the MFP
comes
package.
together because
it's a
of this thing.
combination. Yes.
So this is really the source of upgrading and putting into the cloud a lot of information that is stored not available for you as a manager.
Yeah.
Because information, you're only as good as you are when information is at your fingertips. So when you scan things here, for example, again, going back to Congress, di ba? Papasok mo, maraming bills dito in the last 10, 20 years. Ang congressman gusto niya malaman, kanyari dito siya, kailan diniscuss tong issue nito?
Yeah.
Kaya kailan lumabas yan? Ang hirap, pupunta ka sa basement, titignan mo papel, delikado, wala na, baka sira-sira na after 10 years, 20 years. Pag dito, it will always be available. You put in keywords, you take it out, and you have your material. That's the point I've been trying to drive at. Sige.
Yeah. And siguro another good thing to highlight here is that your only investment would be that Sharp
Ito lang.
MFP. And of course, yung user access nyo to the cloud. No need to buy a server, no need to buy the actual software. Yeah. So these are the 4 of the benefits of cloud computing. First is accessibility. You can access your services from anywhere in the world. So all you need is an internet-capable device.
Pasok ka na.
Pasok ka na, yes. Next
Mobile,
is easy expansion. You can scale your business's computing and storage needs seamlessly. So if you need for more computing power, you need not invest in extra infrastructure. You just call your cloud service provider and give me more storage space or give me more computing power. The same thing if you need to deallocate. So allocation,
reduce.
yes. If you need to reduce, you can do that as well. Reduce costs. So you only pay for what you use. No need to, kasi if you buy a server, even if that server is idle, you paid for it already. This is more on a pay-per-use model. And lastly, business continuity. With your data safely stored on secure data centers that's up in the cloud, you have real-time backups. So whatever happens to your, for example, our example earlier, the documents, you have a real-time backup over the cloud. So it enables you to have business continuity.
Dapat bilhin to gamitin to ng mga gaya ng Supreme Court. Dapat yung mga korte para the information of past cases can be identified for the lawyers when they do research. Ideally, this is what they use.
Yes, we actually have some government agencies already who are using the solution.
Good. Very good.
They have their policies and their contracts.
But for that matter, we should have e-government, governance. Everybody should be interconnected that way, so data can be passed and be accessible to the different arms and tentacles of government for better services.
That's correct.
Yes,
That's correct. Now, ECOPY has partnered with PLDT to provide to you this cloud computing service.
Yes.
So the cloud computing service is what we call App Farm Organize. This is actually the document management software over the cloud. So it's deployed to you via the cloud. Just a brief overview.
Okay.
I think we talked about it earlier. So you, these are the input documents which you can put sa cloud. No, you have your paper-based documents. Of course, you convert
email
them.
Attachments.
Email attachments, the electronic documents, and the other computer-generated files. You store them in the cloud, and you may access it in the office or remotely. All you need to have, again, is a Sharp multifunction portal and internet access.
You have a movie you're going to have to show, right? We're running out of time, so maybe we...
Yeah, sure.
Joseph, maybe we can ask to play that film right now as we can squeeze it in. I think it's coming from the TOC. Let's watch the short movie. Very short.
Sharp's enterprise document management solution enhances our customers' return on their investment in their Sharp system. The latest Sharp MFP is open system architecture enabled, which makes connecting to our filing accessory simple. The 3-tier security architecture requires the user to log in using their password to gain access to the system. The password will only allow the user to access the documents based on the permission allocated to them by the administrator. To file the document, all you need to do is scan it and complete the filing tags right there on the LCD panel. This is the same as going to the filing cabinet and storing the document in one of the vertical folders. The primary difference is that the document can now be retrieved by multiple filing tags rather than the single tag in the manual filing system. Sharp Enterprise Document Management System is integrated into your Microsoft Office toolbar, enabling you to file your documents directly. All you have to do is click on Save on the toolbar and fill in the filing tag. No more worries of needing to remember what drive or what folder you store the document in. The document is now filed and ready for retrieval anytime and anywhere over the Internet. This means no more hassle with piles of paper, unnecessary trips to and from the office to retrieve documents, or pestering your co-workers to send them to you. Microsoft Outlook integration for Sharp DMS allows our customers to automatically file emails from their inbox. A toolbar is installed in Outlook, and filing that email is as simple as clicking a button. Not only can you now find any email from the information in the body of the email, but now you can also find the desired email by any word in an attachment. Filing your documents from the MFP. That's a Sharp idea. Launch Sharp's Enterprise Document Management Solution to access your file documents from your desktop or from your preferred web browser. You can search and retrieve your documents directly from your Microsoft Office applications. This integration provides an easy introduction of the Sharp DMS into your organization as your staff use their existing systems to file and search for information. Documents can now be found through one of two methods. The first is by entering the filing data that was applied to the file when it was scanned. This is the same as going to your filing cabinet and opening the relevant folder in which you think the file should be stored. The second method is via the text search, meaning you can find a document by any word in it. This feature is excellent to help locate documents that have been misfiled or to mine the data in your records. Obviously, this is not possible with a manual filing cabinet. No more leaving your desk and chasing paper around the office. You will retrieve the documents you need in a matter of seconds. Retrieving your documents from anywhere you have internet access and a web browser. Now that's a Sharp idea. Commonly, you are looking for your documents for a reason. We believe you can only do 4 things with a piece of paper. 1. Search for it to confirm or research a piece of information. 2. Search for it to copy the document and mail it to the requesting party. 3. Search for it to scan the document and email it to the requesting party. 4. Search for it to fax to requesting party. With Sharp Enterprise Document Management System, these tasks are as easy as a click of a mouse. Now that's a Sharp idea. Looking to extend the functionality of Sharp DMS? We offer optional extras to take our entry-level archiving tool to the next level. Options include Active Directory integration, Capture File, integrate into your present operating system, CRM or ERP application. The Sharp DMS system provides a rich administration tool that will supply management with a report on user access, management, and full audit history of the documents. The acceptance of scanned document is now endorsed in law by acts such as the Philippine Electronic Commerce Act of 2000, which stipulates that electronic documents shall have the legal effect, validity, or enforceability as any other document or legal writing. The benefits of our document management solution include the ability to find a document by any word or phrase within it, enhanced document security, business continuity and disaster recovery capability, increased customer service and satisfaction, a solid platform for complying with regulations and audits, remote access to your documents, and the potential of never losing a document again. Now that is a sharp idea. For more information, please contact ECOPY at www.ecopy.com.ph or at telephone number 844-7568.
Now, isn't that terrific? You see, there you go. That's a quick presentation. It's not because it's an ad for Sharp. No, it's for you to get onto the bandwagon of what we call IT to improve your business so information will be made available. Eymart, last few words. We have 1 minute. Quick, go.
Yeah. If our viewers out there are interested, I'd like to invite everyone to just contact us and give us a call. If you'd like to have to schedule a presentation in your organizations. So you can email me directly at ealbis@ecopy.com.ph.
Say it again.
ealbis@ecopy.com.ph, or you may call us at 844-9394 or 525-9911.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to end the show. We already extended. The real reason why I brought that in is because for us to understand the real meaning of cloud computing. Now, can you imagine if our record division in the titles, di ba, sa mga land titles natin, kung yan napasok mo sa cloud, you can access it all over the country, and there's a central mainframe or what we call storage. Can you imagine legislation so that the congressmen can, alam nila if it was discussed 20 years ago, 30 years ago, or 2 months ago, immediately in their own computers, makukuha nila accessibility. Can you imagine as a manager all that information that's available to you before you make that decision, that one crucial decision, at least, it will become a calculated risk, hindi na pa bola-bola, pa jawi-jawi. We hope you've enjoyed the program. We're going to have to end it. Maraming salamat po. My name is Harry Tambuatco. Stay with us. We have much more for you in GNN. We'll be back next week, same time, same channel.
You are what you watch.